If you want to know the best crime movies, you should definitely watch our picks for the best ones of the 1970s.
I got something for you, motherfucker. Come on. Come on, motherfucker. My big shot. Come on, DD, disappointed Dunsky.
We hope you will enjoy the following ranking. Please let us know your favorite in the comments, and make sure to subscribe to never miss a good movie again.
Number 10. The French Connection.
All right, Popeye's here. Get your hands on your heads. Get off the bar and get on the wall. Come on, move.
The French Connection is a 1971 action thriller film directed by William Friedkin and stars Gene Hackman, Roy Scheider, and Fernando Rey. Two police officers, Jimmy Popeye Doyle and Buddy Cloudy Russo, run into a pursuit to uncover the source of heroin being smuggled into the United States from Europe. What happens when it turns out to be a French connection and the person behind it is a sophisticated gentleman named Alain Charnier? The game of chase begins as there are no rules and no holds barred when Popeye cuts loose.
Now, Westbury, my ass. I got him on the shuttle at Grand Central. Now, what the hell's going on up there? I make him come out of the hotel. He was free as a bird. He went on solo wake.
What the hell are you talking about?
Number 9. Dirty Harry.
So if I need a partner, I'll get me someone who knows what the hell he's doing. It's better with Frank DiGiorgio.
No way.
Dirty Harry is a 1971 neo-noir action thriller film directed by Don Siegel and stars Clint Eastwood, Andy Robinson, Harry Gardino, and Rennie Santoni. Delivering an ounce of solid action while never losing its message, Dirty Harry is the story of cop Harry, who does anything necessary to track down a psychopathic killer before a kidnapped girl dies. But when abusing the murderer's civil rights, he is put back on the streets. Now Harry has one last chance to track him down before a bus filled with kids goes to hell.
Why do they call you Dirty Harry?
Well, that's one thing about our Harry. Doesn't play any favorites. Harry hates everybody. Limeys, micks, heaves, fat dagos, niggers, honkies, chinks, you name it.
Number 8. Serpico.
You stupid fuck. Frank, I didn't know you. You didn't know me. You fired without looking.
Frank Serpico, an honest cop in the New York City Police Department, refuses to accept the bribe that the department routinely takes from crooks. Released in 1973 and directed by Sidney Lumet, the crime drama stars Al Pacino in its lead role. When he grows tired of the corruption and deceit, he finally musters the courage to blow the whistle on the department, only to find that his colleagues have turned against him. Al Pacino manages to stun the audience with his remarkable portrayal of Detective Frank Serpico.
I know it's a hell of a time to ask you, but I'm going to have to go through all that ballistics bullshit.
Good, you should.
It's going to look like hell if I don't have anything to show for it.
Frank, do me a favor. Give us the collar.
Number 7. Badlands.
I'm turning you over to the authorities. What for? Coming on my property with a gun.
Badlands is a 1973 neo-noir period crime drama film, written and directed by Terrence Malick and stars Martin Sheen, Sissy Spacek, Warren Oates, and Ramon Bieri. This origin of the masterful director Terrence Malick defines itself through visual poetry and deep characters. It's a tale of crime beginning in a dead-end town where a young girl dates an older and rebellious boy to anger her father. But when a conflict between them ends in murder, the young couple is forced to flee.
Hey! Hey, wait a minute! Suppose I shot you. How'd that be? Huh? You wanna hear what it sounds like?
Number 6. Dog Day Afternoon.
The most you're going to get is 5 years. You get out in 1 year, huh?
Kiss me, man.
What?
Kiss me. When I'm being fucked, I like to get kissed a lot.
Come on.
To gather money for his girlfriend's operation, Sonny Wartzik and his friends unsuccessfully try to rob a bank. When they realize that they are surrounded by police and that there is not enough cash to steal, they demand safe passage to the airport in exchange for the safety of the employees. Sidney Lumet mesmerizes the audience with his witty plot and incredible direction. The crime drama film stars Al Pacino and John Cazale in lead roles.
I'm not laying it on you, but you knew that was going on, right? What are you talking about laying it on you? You knew what was happening, right?
Yeah. Well, I didn't have
Who's
a
on
choice.
who's on the phone now? Moretti, is that you on the phone? Hello?
Number 5. The Sting.
I want to take over his operation, and I need you to help me break him.
The Sting is a 1973 heist film, directed by George Roy Hill and stars Paul Newman, Robert Redford, Robert Shaw, and Charles Durning. In the aftermath of a mutual friend's death, 2 con artists, Johnny Hooker and Henry Gondorf, team up to plan the most elaborate scam ever to bring down a racketeer. But the elaborate scam doesn't quite unfold the way it is planned, though. The movie won 7 Academy Awards, including Best Picture and Best Director for George Roy Hill.
Here's your wallet. You hired a dame to take it from you. Shaw's been planning to beat your game for months. He's just been waiting for you to cheat him so he could clip you.
Who do you think you're talking to, Aaron boy? Nobody sets me up.
Number 4. Taxi Driver.
Didn't you ever hear of Women's Lib?
What do you mean, women's lib? You sure a young girl. You should be at home now.
Taxi Driver tells the story of Travis Bickle, a lonely Vietnam War veteran who spends his night driving a taxi in New York City. Travis slowly descends into madness when he decides to murder the boss of Betsy, a girl he's in love with, and the pimp of an underage prostitute whom he befriends. Directed by Martin Scorsese, the film is regarded as one of the greatest psychological thrillers of all time. The 1976 film stars Robert De Niro in the lead role.
Whatever it is, he should clean up this city here, because this city here is like an open sewer, you know? It's full of filth and scum. And sometimes I can hardly take it. Whatever becomes the president should just really clean it up.
Number 3. A Clockwork Orange.
You have to be cured.
It was horrible.
Of course it was horrible. Violence is a very horrible thing.
A Clockwork Orange is a 1971 dystopian crime film directed by Stanley Kubrick and stars Malcolm McDowell, Patrick McGee, Adrienne Corey, and Miriam Carlin. As one of the most praised and influential independent art house movies comes another masterpiece from director Stanley Kubrick. It is the exploration of the human mind and its most primal desires, and what happens when we completely demolish them. Shocking, violent, and ultimately disturbing, A Clockwork Orange is a story of a lifetime.
You proved to me that all this ultra-violence and killing is wrong! Wrong and terribly wrong! I've learned my lesson, sir! I see now what I've never seen before! I'm cured! Praise God!
Number 2. The Godfather Part 2.
We're both part of the same hypocrisy. But never think it applies to my family.
This sequel to the legendary original is an American gangster and crime film directed by Francis Ford Coppola, starring Al Pacino, Robert Duvall, and Robert De Niro. It continues the enthralling story of the Corleone father and son. The movie shows the predicaments of Michael Corleone, played by Al Pacino, and young Vito Corleone, played by Robert De Niro, who attempts to expand his family's crime business. The Godfather Part 2 is viewed by many as the best sequel in cinematic history.
You can have my answer now if you like. My offer is this. Nothing. Not even the fee for the gaming license, which I would appreciate if you would put up personally.
Before we unveil movie number 1, here are a few honorable mentions.
How many people know about this?
Just the 4 of us.
Let's keep it that way. This job depends on absolute secrecy. No notes must be kept. If any one of you is captured, I shall feel free to call it off. I suggest you stay in a safe place under guard until the work is done.
Hey, you don't have to count it. It's all there.
I know. Go ahead, count it.
Hey, come on. No bullshit. Friends. Come on.
Hey, don't fucking touch me, scumbag.
Hey, shut up. Hey.
Number 1. The Godfather.
If you'd come to me in friendship, then the scum that ruined your daughter would be suffering this very day.
The Godfather is a 1972 crime film directed by Francis Ford Coppola and stars Marlon Brando, Al Pacino, James Caan, Richard Castellano, and Robert Duvall. The story chronicles the family under the patriarch Vito Corleone, focusing on the transformation of the son, Michael Corleone, raised to have a life outside of crime, from reluctant family outsider to ruthless mafia boss. Discover the story of one of the biggest crime dynasties in cinema history, which received 3 Oscars, including Best Picture, Best Adapted Screenplay, and Best Actor for Marlon Brando.
I hope that we could come here and reason together. And as a reasonable man, I'm willing to do whatever's necessary to find a peaceful solution to these problems.
Do you agree with our list? Please let us know in the comments. If you want to know more about a particular movie in this list, you can check out our links in the video description. And for more top 10 movie videos, be sure to subscribe to communiTV.